G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and everyone on my group, the Meat Pie Appreciation Group. I'm down here at the Baking Industry Trade Show at Wentworth Park Sporting Complex, and this is where Australia's best pie and Australia's best pasty will be announced. So let's see if Whittlesea Bakehouse can take out the hat trick and win all three. They've won Australia's best sausage roll, so we'll find out in a couple of days' time. So today I believe they're judging donuts and cakes, and yeah, we'll go in and we'll have a look around, have a look at all their stalls, all the sponsors and that sort of stuff. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll go in and check it all out. Welcome back guys. So the judging for Australia's best pie has already commenced. So that's the plain mince category. Don't know what this category is. That's the flavoured beef pie class. Vegetarian pie, the apprentice section. Seafood pies. So they're judged hot and cold. So these are the ones they're heating up to judge hot. So I wonder if I've had any of these. Probably one or two. And this is the gourmet pie class. So the winner will win a oven. I think that's worth 10 grand from Eka. Pasties. I'm backing probably Nick to win Australia's best pasty from the Orange Spot, which I recently reviewed. So we'll just have a walk around, and this is the oven. The winner of the best pasty, pie and sausage roll will receive. So will that be Whittlesea Bakehouse? We'll find out in a couple of days. This little beauty is worth $15,000 by Eka. There's just some of the smaller ovens. Eka, get yourself an oven, guys. So these are some of the apprentices, and they're competing in the excellence in baking. Got a young apprentice from Gumnut Patisserie. He can't talk to me. So they're doing pastries and that sort of stuff today. So I believe they'll be baking for around 5 hours. The young apprentice from Porter Avenue in Geelong. Going your hardest. Good luck.
Compost bin, right, into our normal compost bin. So yeah, basically just another extra bin collection.
I'm with Foodie Bag, and we help bakeries sell their end-of-day surplus food in a bag we call a lucky dip bag, and they're able to set a time, and customers on the Foodie Bag app can purchase those bags and try and pick them up towards the end of the day, and that helps reduce your stores and surplus food.
So just a few more stats for you. Food waste represents 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions, so it's one of the big ticket items that we can all solve. Perversely, by 2050 it's predicted that there'll be a 20% food production shortfall versus population. So population growth, burgeoning middle classes in populous countries. My name's Justin Frank, I'm the Head of Strategy and Comms for GoTerra. As Tony said, avoidance is the best course of action, so not only will it reduce your costs, but it reduces it's the best environmental outcome, the best economic outcome. Reuse is the second piece, so foodie bag, if you can reuse it, if it can go to human consumption, it should. If you can't get it to human consumption, it should go to feed the animals, as long as it's safe to do so. And if not, then it comes through collection partners like ORG, so we work very closely with Org. They bring it to our facilities. GoTerra, we use harmonised black soldier fly larvae, or maggots, and robotics in harmony to process food waste. So the maggots eat the food waste, nom 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 nom, poo it out. At the end of it, you've got fat, juicy maggots and maggot poo, which is called frass. The maggots themselves get processed and put into poultry, aquaculture or pet food supply chains. The poo, or the frass, goes back into compost or back onto the land as a nitrogen-rich fertiliser. So you've got to avoid, reuse, collect and recycle to get it back into the food chain, and that's where we play our part. We're a startup at scaling, we're not completely national yet, but we do have a facility in Wetherall Park that we're looking to extend the capacity of.
Hello everyone, my name's Matt Vandersarg from RG Wagland Cattle Co. So we operate a series of farms around the Western Sydney and Greater Surrounds area where we recycle and create a circular economy with some of the bread and bakery byproducts, such as utilising bread, flour, dough, all the things we can utilise, just as long as they don't contain the sort of the meat-based products in those materials. So we recycle those, feed those into cattle, as Tony mentioned, mix them up with straw and hay and other additives and grains to create the perfect ideal ration and mix for cattle that we feed on a daily basis. So there's a little snippet of some of the cattle and the operation over there on paddocks, and yeah, we have a service. We have about 8 trucks running around Western Sydney, or all of Sydney, up the Central Coast, down to Southern Highlands, that collect this waste. So we can form arrangements from hook lift bins, large-scale hook lift bins if you're a big manufacturer, right down to smaller 660 litre type bins that we can pick up multiple times per week. So we're a very reliable sort of service in that sort of space, and really looking to connect and help industry out, because over time cattle and this industry have coexisted for many hundreds of years, and in fact feedlotting cattle was probably the first true iterations of feedlotting cattle started with using food-based waste products, and that's what our sort of company really tries to specialise in. So yeah, really great to be here, and our contact details are in the brochures, and with Tony and the association, so if you ever need any of our services, we're here and happy to help the industry. So thank you very much.
I think the other thing too is that when for example, when Matt first approached us about the idea, we said, you can't keep feeding cattle bread, they'll blow up. He said, no, I've got this machine. And so we've seen all this, and actually the good thing too is, because I said a lot of bakeries, they stuff the doughs up before it even gets baked. And they've got this 50 kilo dough and everyone's tearing their hair out and blowing up. But Matt informs me he can take that dough also and mix it in with the stock feed, so that's a good thing to have. The other thing that is happening right around the country, if you've got a business in a shopping centre, they're now weighing the bread waste. So what they've done is, in a lot of shops, Lend-Lease, Pacific Fair's done it at Broadbeach. They've now got separate bins for bakeries. The bakeries can't go out in the loading docks and just drop their food waste in with all the other cafeterias or restaurants. They've now got separate bins. The bins are weighed, and they're charged accordingly every week to take that bread waste away. There's a bakery in the in the Shire of New South Wales. They're picking up 10 300 litre bins a week of bread waste. So people are honing it, it's costing them a fortune, and the only answer is stop making it. if you're wasting that much, if they're wasting that much each week, you start to wonder about the business model. But other than that, we're not here to discuss that. I'm just saying 10 300 litre bins a week is a lot of waste. So is there any questions at all about what these guys can do to help your bakery business, or any ideas, any other further ideas?
Just
Yes?
with your comment about the maggots, have you ever thought about using worms, like using the leftover food waste and feeding it to worms? Because you can turn that into worm castings.
Yeah, absolutely. So worms, vermiculture is another way to treat food waste.
Yeah.
Worms are a bit picky, so they don't like meat, they don't really like citrus and other products. The black soldier fly larvae is pretty promiscuous, it's pretty voracious in what it eats, and very, very efficient at it. So the only thing you don't really feed it is grease trap waste, really oily substances, because it can drown them. One of our units can process up to 1.2 tonnes of clean food waste a day and turn that into insect feed that goes to poultry, aquaculture or pet food. And the poo that it creates, the frass, is a natural fertiliser. So a much more efficient processing unit that needs a lot less space than a worm farm. And can be placed where the waste is generated. So we have facilities at Barangaroo in the city, so we do the whole of that precinct underneath in the dock where the waste is generated. So from a scope 3 emissions perspective, you're reducing the amount of truck movements. The waste isn't classed as waste, so when it leaves the precinct, it leaves as a live larvae and a frass. So it's not classed as waste, so you get a multiplier effect there, so that's why Lend-Lease love this so much. And yeah, we're now doing residential food waste as well in Alexandria down the road. So in the city, reducing those transport miles, another greenhouse gas contributor. So versus landfill, which are getting full, we're 97%, up to 97% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions, and much more efficient than those worms. But worms are another great option.
Fair enough. Thanks.
Because the other thing too, as we all know, with the meat or pies, they're harder to get rid of, because you can't feed them to the animals because of the meat content or the bacon or whatever. But bread itself, these guys. So is there any other questions? Anyone got any sort of ideas? Because this will start to roll out. This will take place not only in New South Wales, but I can bet in 12 months' time the other states will start to jump on it, because they'll start to see the effect it's having in bakeries right across the country.
Yeah. I guess I'm curious about regional locations, and like if it's possible to set up a system like locally, so you're not actually transporting and using fuel to
get it somewhere.
Carts or somewhere. And we have actually a local group that would be like brewers and bakers, and we want to do something to do with food waste or energy production as a group, so we can use it locally.
So whereabouts are you based at?
So we're in Jervis Bay.
Oh, South Coast.
Yeah, South Coast.
So South Coast, everyone can help.
The Canberra Regional Joint Organisation is looking. I come out afterwards and I'll give you info, because the EPA gave a grant to the Canberra Regional Joint Organisation, which is all the councils around Canberra, including around Jervis Bay and the Bega Valley and all that. So there's some work happening in that space.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's also, while you're waiting for corrections to take action into council, you can also look into pre-processing equipment that you can have on your bakery or on site to then process all of the food waste and then use the whatever comes out of it to then use it on land or take it to your council.
It's like a humidifier, is it? It's like a humidifier, is it?
There's tons of different equipment out
Yeah,
there.
we've looked into a few options.
There's also funding that government provides, which is called bin trim rebates, that you can then utilise to then fund those equipments, which you can look up on our EPA website. It's called bin trim rebates.
But we will be doing, as part of the government project from the association, the Look After Your Dough project. Once August comes, we'll be doing a road show through the northern part of New South Wales. In early next year, then we'll go down. We'll be doing then the Wollongong southern area of New South Wales also, and the bin trim grants or the bin trim project websites are also available for bakeries to use. So basically, with bin trim, you apply, and I think you then have, and you can pull me up. My understanding is you then document what your wastage is to see if you qualify for a grant or some guidance in what you would do.
So essentially, to be applicable. Sorry.
To be applicable to get a grant for like whatever equipment you want, you essentially need to have 3 months of data to showcase that that equipment will essentially help you to reduce the food waste, which is a lot of the time it's very easy because that equipment definitely helps reduce the amount of food waste that you have, and where in areas it's very hard for collection companies to get to on a regular basis, you can then process that food waste until that time comes for whenever the collection does come on.
Yeah, and in that sense, if you're a big group, like different businesses, and you get together, you can also have a chat with us because maybe it is worth for us going all the way to Jervis Bay, you know? If it was just one store, maybe that is harder. But yes, if there's a lot, like please come and chat with us and we can try to organize that.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think for us, we really want to make use of that locally as well. So, like currently we divert our waste, bakery waste, to stock food and compost. But yeah, we've been talking with the other producers in basically in our own street or our own neighbourhood, and we'd like to actually do something collectively together to not only minimise the waste but to find a potential reuse that's local, like instead of shipping it up to Sydney or wherever.
Yes, absolutely. And there's a facility quite close to you as well, so that could also work. But yes, if you want to do something local, I think what Ria is saying about the rebate is a really good idea.
Yeah, totally.
Where are the rest located? Are you in New South Wales or you're in Melbourne? And you guys? New South Wales. And what do you do with your food waste? General waste? Oh, okay.
And I'm just thinking regarding financially, if it's more beneficial if we recycle it. We know it's good for the planet and for all this, but how is it beneficial to take that step to recycle?
Totally. And I think it's a good question. For us at least, I think the most important thing is that you look at what you're producing as waste, yes, and how many collections you have and how much you have of general waste. And if you reduce the amount of collections from your general waste bin and then you add the food waste bin, it can even work out being cheaper. You know? Yes, it can. Like
that's the incentive as well.
Totally. If you organize it in a way where you're reducing general waste collection and adding the food waste, then you can. And there's several examples where like small cafes have reduced their bill, like the whole waste bill by 25%. So if you do it properly, it can be a benefit, but if you do it not well, like and you keep on doing general waste and food waste, then it's going to be a cost to you. So yes, you have to work on it so that it works financially.
You can work with Tony and he can get you on board on the Bintrim app. I know I talked about rebates, but there's a Bintrim app to then, if you go a couple of times in a week just to take snapshots of what your bin looks like, it can give you estimates on how much you're potentially spending on your waste, and then it can give you tips and action plans on what you need to do to reduce your cost or reduce your waste in general. It can also, it's also good to just reflect on what your processes are, which is again, everything that Tony's toolkit and Food Waste Australia's toolkit will talk about to reflect and understand your processes and the bins that you have, and then essentially figure out many different ways to reduce your cost.
So, in looking at reducing your food waste, the Don't Waste Your Dough toolkit's already on the End Food Waste website, and it was written with the BAA several years ago with sponsorship by the EPA, and so it's made for you guys.
Any other questions?
Yeah, I was just circling back to the area down Jervis Bay and that opportunity there, and some of those, including when you add in the brewery-based byproduct, the spent grain and the bread, you know, that almost in my mind immediately jumps to, that animal type solution, especially in the regional areas with livestock, and how could we think broader and create maybe little hubs or little areas where that product goes, and I think it already does by the sounds a little bit, but capturing the value of that emissions avoided going to landfill, the high quality animal protein being produced out of that. I think it's a really nice story that as an industry we can jump on and really define that to really prove that benefits, and through like the end food waste type scenarios, even other organisations like Meat Livestock Australia, for example, co-funding producer demonstration sites in this space, I think could be a really good opportunity into the next few years as this issue, as the challenges arise about wanting to always recycle this waste if it is generated in the first place, but having the best home for it. So I think there's a lot of opportunities in that space. Thank you.
So is there any other questions at all from the floor? I ask you to put your hands together for our panel today. Thank you. And of course, please come up and speak to them personally. They can assist you. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much. Thanks very much. Thank you.
And there you have it, some tips on how to reduce your food waste if you're in the baking industry.
And Food Waste Australia.
Okay, yeah.
Chart on how to measure your food waste.
We minimize our waste.
Now, for all that don't know, food wastage goes into the pricing of the product, so the less food wastage there is, the cheaper the end product can be.
All the gear, mate.
All the gear.
No idea. No, you do.
I've got all the gear, no idea. Hey guys, welcome back. This is James, the pie specialist and chief judge from the SA Baking Show.
Oh, something like that. Yeah.
How you going, man?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. So
Good to see you again.
We've got some ovens from Van Roy.
Correct. Our Salva, we're working on our Salva Metro this week at the BAA show, at the trade show. We're finding this has become a very popular oven for industry. Very small footprint, good price tag. And you also don't need ducting on it. It has self-contained canopy system as well. So we're doing some cheese and bacons and hot cross buns all week this week.
Yeah, nice. Will we be able to try some?
Yes, you will, in 9 minutes.
Excellent.
9 minutes.
I'll hang around for that.
Yeah, good to see you again.
So, what's this machine over here to the left, mate?
This one's a prover retarder.
Yep.
So this is a smaller 20 tray unit.
Okay.
Predominantly used for viennoiserie production.
Righto.
So croissants, danishes, stuff like that.
Yep.
Yeah, we sell this to our private customer in artisan craft market. It's a very popular unit.
Yeah, nice. And what's the machine over to the right there, mate?
Which one?
This one right
This is
here.
a prover retarder as well.
Okay.
So this is a wheel-in unit.
Yeah, right.
So this will take a full trolley.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
this
wheel
one-
in, wheel out.
Wheel in, wheel out, and then straight into the Metro.
That makes life a hell of a lot easier
Very easy.
out there.
Very
All right.
easy.
Thanks for getting on my YouTube channel again, James.
No, pleasure, mate. Anytime. Come
You're-
back and have a cheese and bacon with us.
I will. You're a legend, mate.
See you,
Thanks,
brother.
mate. Hey guys, I'm down here with Michael from Bakewise.
Yes.
Michael is the
General manager.
of Bakewise, and
Yeah.
we've got some machines here, and
Yeah.
he's going to explain to us what they're all about.
Exactly.
So,
We
this
do.
one-
Yeah.
this one here?
The first one that you're seeing here, that's actually the deck oven from Sveberdalen.
Mm-hmm.
Each deck is for 2 trays, and it has 3 tray capacity, complete with stone and steam on every deck. The next
this one here.
The next one here, that's a convection oven for 5 trays. This convection oven here actually handles Victorian 18 inches trays as well as
Really?
16 inch, yes.
Yeah, right.
So it's very versatile.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have a smart little reach-in prover here.
Yep.
It's only a proven cabinet, and it can handle all Aussie standard tray sizes.
Yep.
And its price is about 5,000, so
Okay.
it's relatively quick.
Yep.
Then we have a retarder prover, also from Sinmac, and that is we are using it for retarding our water, but But as you see up here, it has a program. It can keep on cold, and then it can go to proving automatically.
Okay.
So your baker, he can sleep a couple of extra hours before he comes. When he comes, the bread is ready to take into the oven.
Yep.
Here we have the Svebadalen convection oven with rotating rack.
Uh-huh. A rotating rack.
Yeah. So that means it bakes exactly as a bigger oven, completely consistent from top to bottom.
Yep.
So, and it has full steam and everything. It has underbuilt proving cabinet. So, and this one has a condensation hood, so you don't need to connect it to external ventilation. You can have it inside a shopping center or whatever you want.
So, Svebadalen,
Yes.
what country are they manufactured in?
From our neighbors in Sweden. Oh, sorry.
Sweden?
Yes.
Swedish, that's very good.
Yes, it is.
Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
That's Michael from Bakewise, and thanks very much, guys. And another apprentice from Clairville Bakery. The yuzu tart, whatever that is. All right, so we'll just have a wander around and have a look what's going on. Direct Bakery. Seen one of them at Villies, about 5 times the size of that. Villies have got one which hold, I think it's half a tonne. Yeah. And they empty it by hand. None of that, their philosophy is by hand. So, g'day to everyone at Villies. Oh, the famous slicing machine. I know who's got one of them. So Bakewise, they supply bakeries with all sorts of products, mixing machines, do pastry sheets, slicing machines. Something cooking in there.
Tell us about these.
These ones are. Hello.
Hey, mate. MOI, so they do all of these sort of products. Domax, 2 Plus, Puffmax, Danmax. And SA's Best Kitchener Bun used Domax, I think. Is that right? Domax, SA's Best Kitchener Bun at Crayfish Bakehouse. So just making some donuts here. Baked Provisions. They're a bit bigger than your normal cocktail pie. So the apprentices are still hard at work. Those sausage rolls look pretty good. They're not Australia's best, but they look pretty good. Australia's best is located at Whittlesea Bakehouse in Whittlesea. Those pies look delicious too. Have a look at the sheen on that. It looks great. Mirror finish. And she's still going at it. So this is the apprentices' excellence in baking. Oh, there's some pies in there. They look alright. Have a look at that. That looks spectacular. Fruit flan, I think. Presentation on those flowers look great. And some more pastries. So the apprentices have finished their bake-off in the excellence in baking, and this is what they've produced in the 5 or 6 hours that have been hard at work. It all looks pretty amazing if you ask me. The spicy Thai red chicken and mushroom pie. Smoky Cajun sausage rolls. Pastries. Gourmet pies. Creamy chicken and mushroom filling in pie bottom, topped with puff pastry. Eclairs. St. Honor, not to get mixed up with the bakery in Edgecliff. Volavants. Only found out what they were a couple of years ago. And a Black Panther. Moving on to the last apprentice table. Pistachio and praline coffee eclairs. Yuzu and vanilla bean tartlets. Creamy mushroom, thyme and blue cheese pivers. Fruit tarts. Thai chicken lemongrass curry pie. I feel under pressure here now. Pistachio, praline, coffee eclairs. And the glaze on that cake looks amazing. So that's it from the apprentice section at the Baking Trade Show for 2025. So we've got John and Bob judging the pies. This is the flavoured beef pie category. So as I said, the pies are judged cold and hot. So when they're judged cold, they're looking for certain things in the pie: the appearance, the smell, the presentation, consistency of the filling, how full the pie looks, pastry thickness, taste, aroma. And the mouthfeel, how it tastes when you eat it on the palate. These two guys have been around in the baking industry for donkey's years, and they know what they're looking for. So all these breads are competing in the National Artisan Baking Competition. So this is judges just judging some croissant looking things. What are? Sorry, mate. What are you judging exactly, guys?
We're judging pastries at the moment.
Right.
We've got an almond croissant.
Yep. Well, it's halfway there, croissant looking things.
Two chocolate croissant. A couple of nice pistachio numbers.
I do like the pistachios, but you know, I think ooh, there you go. They're getting a bit common like Biscoff. Everyone's doing Biscoff, and I know it's a big call.
I saw an advertisement that says that Biscoff is back. I don't think Biscoff at the left. You want to try some back?
Just to let you know, I'm sick of Biscoff. Every second bakery is doing Biscoff. You know, it's like, come up with something original. You got your Biscoff and your Loftus biscuit in there. It's like, you know, all the breads, they look fantastic.